everybody. Surf Mesa, aka Powell. How are you?
I'm feeling fantastic.
Awesome. Where are you right now?
I'm in LA right now. Yeah.
Very good.
What
And
about you?
go ahead.
I was saying, what about you?
So I'm in Chicago. I'm in my little apartment here in downtown
Oh,
Chicago.
sick.
And luckily, the weather here has been really lovely the last week because in
Mhm.
October it can be very up in the air. So that's the good news.
Yeah.
um, but how has quarantine been for you? How have things been?
Wow. It's been a lot going on. Um, I mean, with the song, with like moving, and I don't know. It's been crazy. Like it's just been something like every day, I guess, but getting through it. I guess
Yeah,
for
right.
yeah, everyone's has their own like quarantine story at this point.
Do you have a quarantine story you want to share?
Story. I mean, it's kind of like the broad story of everything that's been going on.
Yeah.
Yeah, with the song and um, I don't know. It's
Well, yeah, so let's
yeah.
talk about the song. Let's talk about it. So, ILY, Love You Baby with Emily. So, tell me how the whole thing came about.
Well, the whole thing came about when I was first on TikTok, and I'm not normally on TikTok, but this one time I was just like scrolling through, and then I came across this girl named Emily, and she's a Seattle-based artist, like myself, and so she had uploaded a 15-second cover of herself, just like in her bedroom, singing the chorus of "Can't Take My Eyes Off You" by Frankie Valli, and um, I mean, I just like loved her take on it, and was just like so amazed by her voice. And so were a lot of other people because this video had been like going around on the For You page, and um, it was just like amazing. And so I think it was that night I downloaded that TikTok like audio and then put it in my software and started like producing behind it, and like chopped up her vocals for like a giraffe and then kind of just like made a little electronic thing out of it. And I don't know. I just like had fun with it at first, and then I mean, what came of it was something I never saw coming. But it's been nothing short of a blessing, of course.
Yeah, well, and I kind of want to hear the rest. So then you did the whole, so you're chopping it up. You're just like at home doing that, I assume.
Yeah, that was before like anything happened. So I was like a college kid. Like yeah, this time last year, and I was like living with four other people in this like two bedroom apartment, and just like I don't know, just making stuff every day. And so that day I was making that song.
And so then once you made the song, did you reach out to her and say, "Hey, I did this," or what were the next steps?
Yeah, yeah. So we got connected, and then thankfully she loved like my take on it, and so we just distributed it from there. And then I don't know, it's been a crazy ride since then. And then yeah, that's when like Capital reached out, and we won with Capital out of every like all of our options, which none of them were like I don't know. They're like big labels, but like Capital just seemed like the obvious one to go with. So
And so before, because I have to tell you, I play the song all the time on my radio show.
that's sweet.
So, yes. And so before, I mean, for one, did you just kind of, so when you first released it, was it just strictly, I mean, I assume it was just like online and it was huge on TikTok and all that, right?
Yeah. So I mean, I released it and then put it on Sound, or like her and I released it, put it on SoundCloud, and then just like I was very like naive to the whole music like business and like getting rights approved and everything like that because it was like a cover. So I just like found this like really like sketchy low key distributor that would put them on platforms, and so like we use this, I don't know, platform to like put it everywhere, and then like I think people were Shazamming the song, and they would go from Shazam to or Shazamming the TikTok to find the song, which is a weird like I don't know way to find it. But anyway, just they would just get like routed over to the song that we distributed, and so like that's the way it worked out. And um,
And
yeah, just
then
been
came Capitol Records, and the rest is kind of history, huh?
yeah, exactly.
And did you know the Frankie Valli song before
Yeah,
you and her families were okay?
yeah. So my dad was like always a huge jazz head. He's been in a band since like middle school, and so growing up, he was always playing the saxophone and just like had like I don't know. He was always spinning records on his vinyl, like his record player.
So it wasn't, because I wonder how many people, if they know that that actually is sort of a take on an older song, or if people
Yeah,
just think,
yeah. True. There's a lot of cases like that. Like even the WAP song, there's the beginning sample. There's some hole in the house. That's like a sample from like a '80s dance record.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. And so, what else are you working on? So I would imagine now this is like got to be, like you said, such a crazy time. Your song is on the radio all the time. And so, what are these next steps for you? What are you doing now?
Yeah, so I mean, I've just put out a remix for Carol G. That was following the single I did with Gus Dapperton, and that's building out for a future project that I have coming in 2021. But right now, I could say there's a lot of collabs that I'm really excited about. Those are all done, and or a few of them done and like shelved away. And I think my focus is just I don't know, and producing every day and like becoming better and like making friends in like the I don't know whole production world because it's really cool to have friends that do what you do because they share a lot and that's that's like how I've learned a lot, just like learning like plugins and everything like that. But I am working on another remix that will come out this year, potentially this month as well, for a song that was actually just released last week. And so, um, yeah, we're just like really excited about everything going on.
So
So,
exciting. And yeah, why don't you kind of talk a little bit more about that? Because, like you said, I know you said your dad was in music and you've
yeah,
just been into music forever. So tell me more about that.
yeah. So he grew up and he just picked up the saxophone around middle school. Um, and he my grandma, so his my dad's mom, was really close with Jimi Hendrix, just like out in Seattle. Or no, this was I don't know. I think my dad has like a really crazy like life that's like kind of music inclined, kind of I don't know, just a lot. But anyway, the my grandma was like really tight with Jimi Hendrix, and then like my dad's like stepdad was like the keyboard player for like that tour bus, and so that's what inspired my dad for sure. And so he was just like in a band since that time when he started to really be inspired by everyone, which was like middle school. And so yeah, he just like grew up and I don't know, followed his dream.
Yeah.
So,
And so how did then your sort of music inkling start? Like, were you just kind of like messing around on different instruments and stuff, or how did that kind of
yeah,
start for you?
um, since I was like I don't know, just like a kid, there was always like a grand piano in the house, um, which I would just like press keys on. But producing for me probably started when I was like 12 or so. Like my older brother would like show me a software called Fruity Loops on like where people were like making beats. And so that's where I first got into like electronic music. And so that was like a point for me where I learned the software and I don't know, I'm still using that same software today.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah.
So, if because there might not be, since you just have this new song and you're kind of just like on the rise right now, what's something you want people to know about you?
Um I don't know. I mean, like, I'm kind of just like normal. I mean, like, yeah, there's not a lot. I kind of just do what I do because I have fun with it, and it's the way it's always been since that time when I first learned it. And so, um, I don't know. I'm pretty social, so I'll talk to anyone, and I don't know. It's not like a, I'm not like I
A
don't have
very
an arm or something. Yeah, it's like
all-encompassing question.
yeah.
Is there any, because since you are, I mean, gosh, seems like you have just incredible opportunities ahead for you. Is there something that, like, if you would get to do this thing or work with this person, you'll be like, oh, I made it. Like, this is what I've always dreamed of. Is there any point for you?
I don't know about like an I made it moment. I think that like I don't know. I would say like I definitely want to have my live shows be really fun and play fun, high energy music. And so I think at the moment of seeing people just like having fun listening to the music, that'll be really cool for me because that's like why I started it in the first place, is because I remember how it made me feel. And so that's I don't know, that'd be a really cool moment to like be playing at large festivals and um, kind of just I don't know, just be confident, comfortable, and collected up on stage and just like make the most of it. So I think that would definitely be like an I made it moment, not like sitting in a studio, working with like X or like whoever. I don't know.
I love that answer. Yeah, because we could, I think, very well see you at Lollapalooza one day when it comes back to
Yeah.
Chicago.
Oh
So,
yeah.
have you gotten to perform many live shows? But I mean, I know that this is all happening at such an odd time for you, and there are no live shows happening. So,
Yeah, I'm like I used to do like DJ gigs around LA, like in little warehouses. But that wasn't anything like huge because again, all of this happened right when quarantine was starting. And so this was like in February when we signed the track over to Capitol, and then early March is when things got locked down. So um yeah, it's been weird.
yeah.
Nothing like crazy. But I did like an online festival, like a little streaming thing, like a few of those.
So I'm sure you can't wait until that one day.
Yeah, definitely.
You are so awesome. You're so chill. It's
Thank
so
you.
nice to talk to you, pal. or Surf Mesa. I don't know what to call you.
Thank you.
Of course. Thanks for taking the time, and I hope you enjoy the rest of quarantine. And I hope we see you at a live show in Chicago sometime soon.
Love it. We will.
Cool. All
See
right. Well, have a good one. Okay.
you soon. Bye.
Okay. Bye bye.